So let's now do a simple example on arrays again. So one more example which is useful in future lectures. So that's the reason why I'm trying to explain it again. So here I'll be declaring an array and I will be initializing it with the values. So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 10 and 20. Okay, let it be like that. Now I'll write a simple function which searches for the element. Okay, so let's say int some search element. I want to read this element. So first import java util scanner and then connect with scanner. So scanner some variable new scanner of system.in. So connect the stream with scanner. So standard input stream. Now let's run enter element to search. Now this is going to read the search element which is an integer. So scan dot next int is your function. Now we got the element. So we need to search for this element in this array. Okay. So for that I'll write a function called search. So search function is going to take an array. So this is first thing. And then it is going to take the search element. Okay, this search function takes the integer array and takes the search element and is going to return the index. So where it is found, where this element is found. Now if it is not found, then returns -1. So that is the logic here. Return index if found, otherwise -1. So this is, let's remove this. Now again, static can only call static. So let's put it as static. Now write the logic. Int or for int I equal to 0, I is less than arr.length I plus plus. Okay, if I found the element, so if the given element is equal to the search element, okay, now any element matches with the given search element, then we found the index. So what can I do here? So I'll simply say boolean found equal to false. I'll say it is not found. Then if it is found, so I'll say found equal to true and then break. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate. So because we found the element, we can stop this loop, complete loop. And once at the end, if you found that element, so if found, you can simply return that I. Okay, but I is not visible because I is declared inside the for loop, and the scope of I will be only for this loop. Once it ends, this is going to get destroyed. So what can I do here? I will simply remove this declaration here and I'll keep it outside. Now I equal to 0, you now know that this I exists for the complete block. Okay, and then if the element is found, we are saying found equal to true and break, and outside the loop, if found, you return I, if not, else. Okay, you can return -1. Now this is the use of break. You want to stop the loop, then you can use the break statement. So that's what I told you. If you want to do it all these things, that's fine. So slightly, if you can also do a small other modification. Now instead of this, you can also say return found question mark. If found, then I, otherwise -1. So you making use of a ternary operator or conditional operator. So if found, you return I, otherwise -1. You don't need to do this as well. So you can do it in a different way. So instead of all those things, if you say found, you simply return I. Otherwise, you return -1. So what happens here is, if it goes inside the loop and if the element is found, you simply return that value. So the return statement takes you out of this function with some value. So that's it. Okay. Now you went to a place and you say returned with something. So returned with something means returned to your hometown with something in the hand. So you return back. So you are not in that place anymore, right? So see, in the similar sense, the return I is going to return from this function, and that's it. So whoever is calling it, they'll get this value. But if it is the end of the loop and you didn't return, that means that it is not found. So you can return -1. So this is a simple example of search, and it introduced some break and ternary operator and all those things. So now let's make a call. So int index. So index, let's say search function call with the array and the search element. And if this index is not equal to -1, okay, so that means that is found. So you can say found at the given index. Otherwise, not found. Okay. So this is your logic. Okay, so let's run and check the outcome. When I enter 20, you can see it found at 1. Okay. Rerun it again. So now I enter 99. You can see not found. So this is what is arrays and passing arrays to the functions. Okay. Well done. See you in the next lecture.